Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading. Take what resonates, leave what does not. All right. That one just popped out. Okay. That one, a whole bunch kind of came out, but those are the only ones that flipped over. Work. 3 of Pentacles. All right. So for overall energy, we have the Sandpiper spirit being playful. And we have the 3 of Pentacles, which is getting down to work and working on things. Sometimes it's the things, it's those things that we don't really want to do that we have to work on. You know how you have like those phone calls that you have to make, or you have to balance your checkbook, or you have to, you have to call the doctor back, or you got to look at insurance stuff, or you got, it's kind of that stuff that you don't really want to deal with. And you're like, yeah, I know it's there, but it's just like, I really don't want to deal with it. I feel like that's kind of, that's the energy that I'm getting from this 3 of Pentacles here, is that there's stuff that you've been putting aside for a while that you don't really want to deal with, but it's time for you to deal with those things. I kind of feel like they're affecting you, and because like that they need to be done, and you keep putting it off, and it's not. I'm kind of thinking of the card, clear out the clutter. And I feel like that's kind of cluttering your mind, and it's kind of like you keep going back to it, even though you're trying to ignore it, but like you keep going back to it, and it keeps taking up space. And it's so amazing, like once you clear out the clutter and you get that done, you're like, oh gosh, why didn't I do that earlier? So I feel like that's the energy that I'm getting for this reading, is that there's something that's going on that is like that minutia. It's that thing that you don't really want to deal with, but I feel like once you deal with it, it'll set you free. What you're struggling with is watching and waiting, the 8 of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Wands. I feel like you can't start something new, because you have to kind of clear out the old in order to bring in the new. When you take care of things that you know that you've got to take care of, and you get those off your list, then that frees up for you to not even spend a second thinking about those things anymore. This day and age, we have so much going on. We have so many things. We feel like we're pulled in 9 million different directions, and it can be very overwhelming. But if you have those things that you feel like you realize, okay, this is starting to hold me back because I have to sit down and I have to take care of this. Whether it has to do with a relationship that you have to work through, or you have to say something to someone, or you have to communicate with someone, or it's just, I just feel like it's also making your cup feel like it's filled, like it's overflowing. I feel that it's kind of, I just feel like the watch and wait is kind of just look at what are you really focusing on? What is it that you feel that is holding you back. I feel like you know what it is. I feel like you know what you need to work on, but you've just been ignoring it. What do you need to focus on is be comfortable in your own skin. That's what be at home is. And I almost feel like you're feeling awkward within your own skin. Like you're feeling like it's almost like you're just not, something's not right. I feel like it's let go of the worry, let go of the Nine of Swords. Sometimes we self-sabotage and we start thinking of things, and it's almost like we're our own worst enemy. And it's like that subconscious that's always trying to sabotage things or go back to things or stop you from doing things. Sometimes our subconscious will have us focus on lots of different things so that we don't get the main job done, that we don't get the main thing done. And I almost feel like, do you feel scattered? I just feel like you're scattered and you're pulled in a lot of different directions. And it's making you like worry about all of these different things. So you need to let that go. I feel like you just need to focus on things. I also feel like it could have to do with money. It could have to do with a job or a career. And trust yourself and trust that you can achieve your goal. With the World card, confidence. There's something about confidence. I feel that that's lacking, but I feel that it has to do with this Nine of Swords. But I love how this fell out reversed, because it's like, don't worry about it anymore. Stop worrying about things and doing. You never know what's going to happen. If you at least do something, you've taken a step to achieve something or to make something happen. Energy that's coming in for you is use your mind wisely, and I feel that is definitely connected with the Knight of Swords, this Ten of Cups, this Nine of Pentacles. Like this beautiful energy wants to come in for you, like these things. But I almost feel like you have to focus. You have to be more guided, more directed. We have the Eight of Swords and then the Nine of Swords. Like, let it go, right? Free yourself from what's holding you back and take care of those things that I feel that have been kind of on your plate that you haven't been attending to. All right, so let's look at this Eight of Swords. Look at that. We have the Ace of Cups. Something about your emotions and your feelings. Is there something that you need to let go of? Like, are you holding back about something? Is there something that's affected you? You know what? As crazy as it sounds, sometimes just having a good cry and letting it go is the most freeing thing that you can't even describe. And you're like, oh my gosh, I finally let it out. I feel like something's building up and building up within you. And to just let it go. All right, so these came out. We have the King of Wands. Yeah, let it go. And I feel like one. I love it. See things from a different perspective. Take a step back and see how it's affecting you. And there's something that you need to let go of. I feel like it has something to do with the past, because the King of Wands is looking that way. I always feel like the King of Wands is definitely somebody who's very powerful and he takes actions, but I also feel like he looks at things that have happened in the past, or I feel like he represents like things in the past, and learning from those situations and seeing what it is that you need to let go of. And then let's just get, I feel like it's that inner battle within yourself, and it's time to, right? Look at that. You're battling with this Three of Swords. Time to move on from it, whatever this Three of Swords represents for you, and focus on the positive. It's a slow, steady progress for you to get through this situation, but I feel like you need to feel more comfortable in your own skin and to trust yourself. There's something that you need to walk away from, but there's also something that you need to step back from this situation to see how it's affecting you. It's affecting your confidence, and I feel like with these two Ace of Cups, it's time to have your cup overflow and see how this situation has been draining your cup, not filling the cup. And then this is what, this may be what you let those emotions go, right? With those two Ace of Cups is let this go, right? That Three of Swords and this back and forth that you've been having. But I feel like this really opens you up to see what it is that you're focusing on. And I feel there's a seriousness here, but I feel that with the be playful is to have a lighter mood, to have a lightness to yourself and to energy that you have around you. I feel like there's been heavy energy around you. And it's time to lighten things up. Sometimes we don't realize how serious we are. Definitely with Capricorn, because I'm a Capricorn sun and a Capricorn rising, and I know I can get very serious. You know, I can get very, I like stoic, you know, I could get very, but there's definitely a fun light side to me, but I feel like I don't show that enough. But I feel like it makes me feel uncomfortable. It used to make me feel uncomfortable to be that way. It's like, no, I have to be more reserved, but I'm like, no, you don't have to be that way. Like lighten things up and to have more fun. And that's what, I don't know, it helps to turn that Nine of Swords around. All right, I'm going to grab a Whispers of Healing. Unconditional love. I feel like it's unconditional love for yourself, and realize that you are going to have ups and downs. You're going to make choices that you get frustrated with. But I feel like it's realizing that everybody makes mistakes, and to still love yourself. Also, surrounding yourself with those relationships or that are that unconditional love, where if you make a mistake, that person doesn't make you feel bad about what you did or did not do. All right, and then let's get why do the cards want to fall out everywhere? Whispers of Love. We have be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. Be in the present and working on those things that you have going on in the present to turn this Nine of Swords upside down and not worry about things. But to dream and be, feel that calmness and say everything's going to be okay. That I don't have to worry, right? And not putting that pressure on yourself. Whoa! Sorry about that. I hit the camera. Let's grab, I was kind of feeling this Wisdom of the Oracle. And grab one of these to close it out. Chaos and conflict. Is that what you've surrounded yourself with? Is that what's going on with you? And how do you let that go? Like, you're in charge of what you surround yourself with. You're in charge of what goes on in your life and what you surround yourself with and what you focus on. Using your mind wisely to move away from the chaos and conflict. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.